Okay, so a reminder, the test is on Wednesday.
Like first day.
March 2nd.
First hour. It's like Wednesdays, Fridays.
So where do I go from the website?
You probably don't need to take notes on it per se, more just pay attention, I think. Right? Okay, so part one. So first of all, the test is this Wednesday. Okay, if you're going to be away that day, there is a makeup, which is fairly similar. It's just a written test versus an online test. This one is all done on the iPad. Okay, oh no, not all. A big chunk of it is done on the iPod. Some of it is, part two is written. Okay, so part one, multiple choice. You get some questions and there are answers and you select the right one, or the rightest one, the most correct one. Just read carefully, right? Just make sure you understand the question. They're not, I don't think they're tricky, I don't think they're difficult, but just so you know, just read carefully. Okay, part two, there's some definitions. Okay, you have to explain a couple of things. Maybe there might be an image and you have to say why it's relevant or what this part of the camera is, that sort of thing, right? So they're like short answer questions. There's about 4 or 5 of them, okay? And then the last part, which is actually not on the computer, there's a label and image. Okay, and a couple of longer answers with a diagram.
What do you mean by label an image? Like label what onto an image?
I can't tell you exactly what, we've only really labeled one item so far.
Okay.
Okay?
What do you mean by longer answers?
I mean longer than short answers.
Like essay?
No, not essay, no. Like paragraph and a half with a diagram that you draw.
They explain what's going on in the
You
picture.
need longer answers.
Or like
What is this?
what's trying to be emphasized in the picture.
What if you're just so bad at drawing you won't know what it is?
Yeah, you should be able to draw
Is
this.
it the faucet one?
Potentially. Okay, so take a look at things that, like the board notes that I drew, right? And we'll go over these. Okay, so this is just the format. So you have an idea of what the format is. And let's go over very specifically. We'll take a look at some of the topics you'll have to know. Okay? One more thing I want to mention is that and I'll show you a link to these. I put the trading cards online. Okay, I went through and I selected the ones I thought were most accurate or most succinct, right? Because there's a lot of, with these trading cards, you don't have to know everything about Daguerre. You don't have to know everything about Fox Talbot or Eastman or any of those things. You have to know the main points. And to be honest, if you watch the video, remember that animated video? That's going to give you 90% of what you need. Okay, it for the most part covers most of the things you need to know. Okay, you may want to look at the trading cards and just get a sense of, okay, what does this guy look like? Who was this? That gives you kind of slightly more info into them, but that's about it. Like you don't need to, I would not be studying those trading cards as if this were a test in history. It's not a history test. Okay, you just have to sort of know their relative importance and the contribution that they made. Okay? Great, so let's take a quick look at some of those study topics. So someone can flip the lights for me. Actually, I'm going to... Okay, so I'm going to just talk through, this is pretty straightforward, but as you can see here, let me just scroll down because it says at the top there, anything said in class. Okay, so anything said in class, this is off the blog, so if you don't know how to get here, we need to have a little conversation, but go to the website, click on blog, okay, and then anything said in class, and any assigned article is fair game. So if I made you read an article, there could be something in there that I draw from for the test. Again, it's not the hardest test in the world. I think it's actually very fair and not particularly hard. But every year, some students are like, sir, that was harder than I expected it to be. Because it's a photography class. And they're like, this should be super easy every single day. So I don't think it's hard. I think it's fair. It's stuff I've talked about. So hopefully there won't be any issues. Okay, 5 reasons we take photography. Those are pretty specific. There's a PowerPoint on there. Okay, on the website, you can go view that. What are the 5 reasons we photograph? You want to remember any of them? Narcissism, document a moment, document a moment.
Propaganda?
Yeah, so fictionalize the moment. I can't hear you.
Like between something, like those signs. And
Oh yes, technology, exploration of technology, right? We missed one. Ai Weiwei,
artists.
art, okay?
Where's this at?
Art. It's on the website, it's on the PowerPoint, right? Okay, important people, rewatch the video. The video that it's pointing to is the animated short. Okay, so if I click on the link here, it's going to take me to this guy, and underneath this, it gives us a bunch of things to pay attention for. Alazan, camera obscura, Schultz, silver compounds, all this stuff is stuff that you should sort of have a sense of what they are. Do you need to like document all the details of them? No, but you should have a sense of those things from this video. If you watch this video, you get a lot of what you need to know from the video. Okay? Okay, view the trading cards. Okay, you only need to know the main contributions of these people. You don't need fine detail. Okay, but if you click on the trading cards, the one that's missing, I'm still working on. Basically what I did was I went through the ones that you guys did and the other class did. I got the main points. I cut out for some of them. I cut out some detail, added some other detail. Okay, but what you'll see here, you've got Daguerre, Talbot, Schultz, Niepce, Rivers, Alexander. I'm missing Eastman. Okay, George Eastman will be added. He's the guy who created. Pardon? Yeah, that was the best one. I gotta still go through and check spelling on that one, but that'll get put up here as well. Eastman was the guy who created Kodak. Okay, that shows up here. Okay, Kodak is a photography company. Okay. Good. Trading cards is right there. Okay, there's the link. Daguerre versus Talbot. Their main contributions are the daguerreotype and the calotype, which are here. Okay. This is just going to take you to either an article or a video. I can't remember. You need to know all the details. No, you just have to know that daguerreotype and calotype are things that these guys did, and the major differences between them. What are the major differences between the calotype and the daguerreotype process? Yep.
Like both of them use like silver iodine and stuff, but like one of them had to be exposed for like a really, really long time
Yeah.
to get a solid image, and it didn't stay forever. It only stayed for like a little bit. So that was the daguerreotype, and then eventually the calotype you only had to pose for like 2 seconds.
Right. So mostly right. So yeah, except for the staying, they were both permanent images. Okay. The impermanent image was Schultz, right? So Schultz introduced the idea of using silver compounds and silver nitrate, which ended up getting changed later. But Schultz was the guy in that little animated video who was like, hey, I did it, and then his image fades, right? So that became the issue. Both with calotype and daguerreotype, they both kind of did the same thing. Variation on the chemicals, variation on the method. The big difference being calotype was actually better. Daguerreotype ended up being free because the French government, remember that conversation, right? The big difference was negative and positive. Negative image that can be repeated, right? Retaken, like re-exposed, not re-exposed, redeveloped, right? So you could use your negative to create duplicates, whereas the daguerreotype was a positive image, meaning a finished image, that if you wanted to copy, you had to take a picture of a picture, and a picture of that picture, and a picture of another picture, creating this photocopied, really poor photocopied version of your original image. Okay? Calotype is closer to what we have today. And we talked about that. That's on the, you can watch videos about that. Okay. Recognize a couple pictures. View from the window at La Grasse. This, and why it's important. And this. Boulevard de Temple. And why it's important. And what's going on there. Okay? Note. Guys polishing shoes. Understanding the basics of the camera obscura. Oh, that's embarrassing, isn't it? I'm going to have to fix the link. Oh, that's really embarrassing. Anyways, I'll fix that link. I'm not sure why that doesn't work. Camera obscura should go to... Huh. Go figure. I'll check that out. Anyways, I'll fix that link today. Camera obscura, you should know what that is. We made one in the other room. Right? Good. Board drawings, this should take you to, hopefully, yep, a bunch of board drawings I did. Okay, there's an image. with some labels on it.
Did you draw it?
I didn't do it in this one in class, I did a similar one in class.
Where's the magic?
Yeah, there's no magic in this one. But that is an image that you could label, eh? That was a very loud cough a second ago. What?
Can you go back for a second?
Back to what, this?
Yeah. Hold on.
It's all on the website. Yeah, that whole thing, guys, this is all on the website. Okay, course, 12 photography, how a camera works. And then down here, we've got board notes. All of the board notes that I've done have been done here in better versions. Right, here's the control triangle. Here's all this, it's all here. Yeah, you guys know what a website is? Okay, it's all here. All right, back to the notes. And you can also, of course, get this through the blog. Okay, just by going the same way I did. Click on the board notes right here. All these board notes are here. How a camera works. Okay, this is the guy doing the exact same video. Remember I drew this on the board and I talked through all the parts and I showed where magic is? This guy does the same thing except with no magic.
No,
Okay?
he still has magic.
Does he say magic?
He still has magic.
Does he?
Yeah, in the prison part.
I thought I was original. I thought that was my joke. Apparently it's his joke. Anyways,
Sir, you know you.
quiet you. Shh. Nobody asked you. No one asked you. All right. Open versus closed composition. We know what that is. Remember the envelope. Is it all enclosed or is it not? Rule of thirds. We know what that is. You should have an idea of what that is. Yeah. Okay. Elements of design. We've done 6 of them. And principles of design we'll be doing today. And that's it. Now these last ones here, honestly, you really just have to have a cursory, which means like an overview idea of what those are. Okay? You should just have an idea. It's not very difficult. It's pretty straightforward. Okay? Know what the elements of design are. Know what the principles of design are and why we would use them for anything. And why would we use them for anything? Emphasis. Okay. Super dupes. Oh, control triangle. I missed that. Did I? Okay, control triangle, and tap analogy. Remember tap analogy? Okay, where I talked about filling up a flask with the right amount of water or light, so that it's not over or under exposed, or over or under filled. Okay, that's it. If you know this stuff, you should do fine. Okay, now there's a bunch of, there's obviously a bunch of stuff I've said in class that, could show up on there, but for the most part, I don't think it's a very difficult. Questions?
Literally every teacher says that.
Oh, sir, how many questions each section?